Welcome to tutorial number 9 of Introduction to Statistics. In this tutorial, I assume that you know how to find average and standard deviation with Excel. I will show you how to find the z-scores, how to copy and paste z-scores for a large database. I'm using only 100 people, but in reality you may have thousands of people surveyed. So you should be able to do real good and fast calculations. And finally, I will show you how to organize your data into a histogram. In these tutorials, you will learn how to calculate z-scores, how to find the probability that a randomly selected person has z-score less than yours or less than specific value, and how to make a z-histogram. First of all, we will study the function standardize, in which the three values that you have to enter are the row score, the mean of the data distribution, and the standard deviation. So you will calculate z-scores given the mean, the standard deviation, and the row score. Finally, you will find the probability that that a randomly selected person has z-score less than specific z-value. And we will use data and data analysis to calculate a histogram of frequency distributions with the following bins. Because I will use z-values instead of row values, the bins always can be between -3 and +3, and if there are some outsiders, they will go outside of this range, but most likely the values would be between -3 and +3. This is how the histogram will look like at the end of this presentation. So this is the data, and I already calculated the mean and the standard deviation. Let's say that the z-score is exactly equal 80. I have to calculate the z-value. You probably remember that the z-value is a fraction which has in the numerator the difference between the x value and the mean, and in the denominator I will have the standard deviation, which is h9. So in the numerator I have the distance from the mean measured in standard deviations, and this shows that the z-score of 80 in this database, in which I already calculated all values z, something that I always do. So the z-score of 80 is 0.81. Now we would like to calculate the probability that a randomly selected individual will have z-value less than 0.81. So I select below. This applet is very popular online. If you Google z-table/normal distribution, this applet will be found immediately. So you put the z-value 0.81045, and immediately in the blue here down you have that the probability is 0.79. So you see that the probability is this shaded area, which shows that this score of 80, and in my distribution I use 0, 100 values. So 80 is a very good score, and actually 80% of people are less than, have less score than 80. Actually 79%. So I will put 0.79 is the probability that a randomly selected person will have score less than 0.81. Now let's find the function, the z value, by using the function standardize, and this function immediately will show in here. So standardize, then you put the x value, comma, the mean, comma, and then you have the standard deviation and close the parenthesis. Don't forget that the mean and the standard deviations are absolute value. As I copy this formula, I want the mean and the standard deviation to be always one and the same, only x will change. So you put the mean and the standard deviation and you copy the formula, and I continue to the end of as many values as I have. So you see, it takes seconds to calculate the z values. Here I have the z values and the bins. When you work with z values, it is very easy, and you believe that the distribution is normal. My distribution was normal, but the majority of distributions really are normal, especially in behavioral statistics. So the bins from -3 to +3 are quite likely to capture all values, and as you see around, there are few values above 3, but pretty much everything is between -3 and +3 according to 1, 2, 3 rule of statistics. So I will try to go in data, and then here at the end is data analysis. If your data analysis is not installed, you can install it easily. It is free of charge if you have Excel. So I will click on histogram, and you have to put first your z values or whatever the variable is. So here from C3 to C102, the range for bins actually shows the interval in which I will organize my data. So the range of bins is from -3 to +3. The data should be interval data, and I would like the output to be in this cell here. Click OK, and the data is readily available for you. So I will make it a little larger for the screen, and this is the data. I already copied this data in the next spreadsheet, and these are the bins and the frequencies. Select everything, click on insert, then click on this column, because histograms are always like a column. And the first thing, I don't want to have gaps between the bars, so there is one in the chart layout. You have to select chart without gaps, and then in the design I would like to have the design that I already showed you. Then you have to change the axis. It is z value, enter, and this is frequency. The only thing that is left is to resize your graph to fit your purposes, and this is all for today. Have a great day.